Yes, I think if there would be a solution for a long-term change, it has to be enrooted in our education system. Long ago, I believe man has departed from the sense of spirituality, the sense of sacred, not just sacred from the religious point of view, but sacred from the life force which we are surrounded by, which makes our planet, which makes our life, all in all. We have departed from that in order to go in the direction of greediness. I like very much the correlation with cancer, because I believe that a certain amount of our mental attitudes are like cancer. They grow and grow without any limits. They believe to be eternal. We have believed for decades that petrol will be eternal, that we can pump petrol and use petrol without really to think about the future. How much effort has been made in alternative energy? It represents what? Few percent compared. So now we say the only way to change quickly from petrol is nuclear. We know also that there are some consequences, there are some side effects of using nuclear power. We have not thought carefully enough from the beginning, since long time already. And I believe that is because most people have come out of any sense of spirituality. I believe as well that a certain amount of spirituality have placed man as the center of their old system. So everything was built in order to support men, women as well, of course, but men with a big M. So there was a very strong anthropocentrism. And we have developed our society like that. So, of course, we talk about nature, we like to have pets, animal, we like also to eat cows and sheep and all that, but our love for nature is self-centered again. It's rarely taking in consideration all the different levels of our world. We are not the only one living in this world. Yes, we have the animals. We might have also some other life form which are not always visible to us, but playing a role. Some tradition will speak about spirits, about other life form which we completely neglect, but which might have an influence. Also regarding catastrophes that we are experiencing nowadays. So we need to come back to this sense of responsibility. I think we have been taken away a lot of our responsibility. We see catastrophes, we see a problem in ecology and environment, but we think that all this should be dealt by somebody else. The government, but what a government can do if the mass population is not educated to recognize the value of what this government could do. As mentioned before, if a government takes some drastic measure in order to preserve our environment, all the people will vote against this government the next time. Why? Because we are not raised to recognize what is truly important. So since we can see that the politic in general doesn't play this role, most of major institutions do not play much of this role. I believe that the religious structure, spiritual structure, have a word to express in that field, because more or less everybody belongs to a religion. You have a lot of atheistic people, but in a way atheism could be seen as a religion. They have also their own leader and their own philosopher. So if all the religion could come to a common agreement, to a common cooperation on this matter, sincerely, not words. I'm sometimes a little bit fed up to listen all nice people and sometimes world leader of religion, of politics, talking about environment. Yes, they talk about, they write about, but they do nothing. I mean, concretely nowadays in school, who is talking to the children about ecology in a positive manner? In which book do we hear about ecology in a positive manner? Children, they get news from internet, from TV, from media, yes. But if an individual is not trained to really search for his own responsibility, what he could do, what he could favor in his lifestyle, what he could favor in politician, in choosing politician, if that individual is not trained for that, he would not do that. We are like sheep, yeah, like in a plane. Yeah? We are all in a plane, and sometimes we don't even care if there is a pilot or not, because we have not been trained to check if there is a pilot at all. So we are just going on, and as I see it right now, we are going to a wall. Yes, the plane is going to a wall, because if we do not stop what we are doing, if we don't radically change the course of our politics, world politics, this world will not survive. I'm not extremely positive maybe in this aspect, but if we do not change something, become responsible, make our children aware and responsible of that, make our politicians to feel that we want a change in that matter, I'm not sure that this planet will survive. And if it does, it will be at extreme cost of life, and it's extreme cost of violence, because also the different ecological change which are taking place are already raising wars, are already raising violence, discrimination in the acquisition of energy, in the acquisition of water. Soon, water will be an issue. It starts to be an issue in certain part of our world, and it will become crucial. When most of the water will not be drinkable anymore, when it will be absolutely necessary to buy for high cost the water, then an elite will have an access and the other will have only their teeth to bite and get what they need to survive. Yeah? So if the world leaders are not taking a great step now, I believe within few decades of century, it will take the time, our world will go in a kind of chaos because of ecological conditions.